What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's the Rabbit Hole Football Show, episode 2, where I talk about all things football, anything and anything. You know what I'm saying? I have this tab where I scour the internet and I save all the interesting articles, and I have articles piled up and backed up for about a month. And I want to take my time and go through most of these articles, and I've been really strapped for time lately. Really strapped for time. And I said to myself, if you are to do this, you have to get up early. You got to get up early on your day off, and you got to make it happen. Even though I got to do a live stream talking about the Premier League match week 18 fixtures, I have to wake up early and at least take 2 hours and get this thing done. So here I am. Appreciate everybody in here right now. And we're going to take our time and we're going to just have some fun. No pressure whatsoever. And we're going to talk about these articles. So without further ado, let's get down to business. Today's title would be, can Matthew Hoppe, the American Wunderkid, save Schalke this season from the drop? Because we know Schalke are in great trouble, and they recently won their first game to Hoffenheim, was 4-0 with Matthew Hoppe scoring a hat-trick, becoming the first American to score a Bundesliga hat-trick. Pulisic didn't even do it, you know, and we're going to talk about a lot of things that you guys suggest in the comments as well, like, you know, Barcelona and, you know, them beating Sociedad. That was what? The Super Copa de España, I think that was. So we're going to talk about all that good stuff as we go along. I had scheduled this show, but I didn't actually show up for when it was scheduled because of time constraints. But I'm here now. And we're going to start getting through these articles, man. We're going to start getting through these articles and talk about these things. So let's start things off with an article I saved here. It's from about a month ago. And 1 month ago, Lionel Messi had 0 assists. How crazy is that, right? He had zero assists, which is nuts. But since then, he has 2. So Messi's numbers isn't the greatest this season, where he has 11 goals. He played 16 games, a total of 1,559 minutes, and he has scored 11 goals. So 16 games, 11 goals. That's kind of poor for Messi, though, when you think about it. He usually have like 20 goals already, around 10 assists, but he has 2 assists, and he has 100 shots, with 48 of those on target, 25 off target, 27 of those shots were blocked, 5 offside, and he only have 11 goals this season. So what is going on with Lionel Messi and these numbers, though? What is going on with Messi and these paltry numbers? Well, if Barcelona are to actually win La Liga this season under Ronald Koeman, their new boss, they need Messi to come to the party. He was given an invitation to the party. They need Messi to show up and do his thing, and it ain't happening. They also need the players around him to work diligently to help him score goals, assists, and everything. He can't do it by himself. He's been doing it for too long, and he can't continue doing it by himself. So that was a great stat where Messi had 0 assists in December. You'd have said that is crazy. That is crazy. So that is something I actually saved and wanted to talk about, and there you have it. How do you guys feel about that? How do you guys feel about that? You know what I'm saying? How do you feel about that? Shout outs to Doug. Shout out to Doug. Doug is dropping some, stuff in the comments here, and he says Aston Villa versus Everton and Leeds versus Southampton postponed. I knew about the Aston Villa Everton, but not the Leeds versus Southampton. Wow. Southampton playing Shrewsbury. Oh yeah, I did hear about that. I did hear about that game. Now you think about it, I did hear about the Southampton Leeds because of Leeds plays Shrewsbury on Wednesday instead. Aston Villa versus Newcastle has been rescheduled for January 23rd, and it's in match week 19. So yeah, definitely appreciate that, Doug. Fixtures are all over the place because of coronavirus and training grounds being shut down and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, man. But Fahad, you don't need to keep spamming. Please, you don't need to about the whole Barcelona winning on penalties. I know about that. They beat Sociedad. I do know. No need to spam. But thank you very much for bringing that to our attention. So Messi, is he going to actually come to the party and help Barcelona win something this season? Champions League, maybe? Not getting smashed by Bayern Munich again? So that is something to think about. Article that I want to actually touch on is going back to the incident in the Champions League match between PSG and Istanbul Başakşehir when the fourth official got himself in trouble for calling Pierre Webo, I think, that black guy, the Romanian official, and the game was halted and then continued the next day, which was crazy when you think about it in this day and age. And the Istanbul Başakşehir players refused to go on the field and all of that. Well, an article surfaced that said new footage reveals Istanbul Başakşehir's bench called the Romanian fourth official a gypsy as the players walked off in Paris. But the Turkish club want UEFA to ban him for life. So, this is what the article says. The fallout from the Champions League clash between Istanbul Başakşehir and Paris Saint-Germain has taken a new twist after footage appeared to show the Turkish bench calling the fourth official a gypsy. This is an article from Mail Online, the Daily Mail. So it's from about, let's say, a month ago. And we are halfway in January. So we have to touch on these things before they slip through the cracks. We haven't actually got to talk about these things all month because December was so congested with fixtures and, we were all so busy. So I'm now getting around to this. In episode 2 of the Football Rabbit Hole Show, or the Rabbit Hole Football Show, whatever you want to call it. So, footage released by Romanian channel Digi24 has emerged, and a voice with a reported Turkish accent in the background appears to make a derogatory remark in English towards Sebastian Coltescu, the fourth official in question. In my country, Romanians are gypsies, he says. Both incidents, the comment made at Webo and the one directed at Coltescu, are being investigated, and the latest update is that Başakşehir has applied to UEFA for the official to be banned for life for his comments. So we have a clip here, and I want to play the clip from DG Sport to see if it is actually, the truth. It's a 13-second clip. I want to bring it up on the screen. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring it up on the screen so you guys could actually see what's going on. And we're going to actually take a look at this right about now. All right. So that's what it is right there. We're going to bring that up on the screen. And we're going to play this clip to actually hear if there was a word gypsy shout it out. So bear with me. All right, let's listen. Let's listen. Yeah, I heard that. I heard something. He said you can't say gypsy or something like that. Listen. Yep. The word gypsy was mentioned there. The referee said you can't say gypsy. Prosper, how are you doing? Guys, make sure you like the video if you haven't yet done so as yet. This is a spur of the moment stream early in the morning. It is only 6:30 a.m. my time. Got up extra early to get this thing done. Got some tea here. I'm going to take a sip of my tea before it gets cold. Lovely. It's already getting very warm, Supposed to be hot and steaming, but it's getting very, very cold. It's mint tea, a little bit of sugar, and it's very tasty, very, very tasty. So my thoughts on that is that the whole situation is just messed up. You know what I'm saying? The Romanian fourth official should have never did what he did. He should have never said what he said. He should have just, conducted himself more professionally. And the same goes for the players. They shouldn't be shouting out gypsy or whatever. Once it's offensive and derogatory, no need to do that. You know what I mean? No need to bring that into the sport. No need to mess up the Champions League game by actually calling others names. It's not necessary. So it's poor on the Romanian fourth official's behalf. I don't think he should get banned for life. I think he should attend some type of educational class where he gets, lectured on sensitivity of those words and all of that, and context and all that good stuff, and maybe fined and given a short ban. As for the players on the Turkish team's bench who said gypsy, well, it's kind of weird. That one is a weird situation because they said that Romanians are gypsies. So I don't see anything like crazy there, but it should not be done. It should not be done. A slap on the wrist and move on. You see what I'm saying? Slap on the wrist and move on. So that's my thoughts on that. And I think that is fair. I'm the judge. I think that is fair, and move on. Because the thing is, the referee said something that brought the game into disrepute, and you shouldn't get away. You shouldn't just get away like that. Simple. So that's that for that one. We won't talk about that one anymore until something further develops. But no room for racism. Stop it. It is disgusting. Let us move on to the next thing. I saved an article here, and I think we could actually listen to this. But Mika Richards, former Man City player, said, "Playing in the best league, I regret every time I didn't smile when I was on the pitch." He don't play anymore. So he's saying that, playing in the English Premier League, the best league, he regret not actually savoring every single moment by smiling when he was on the pitch. And then Roy Keane, his fellow pundit, responds, "I never like players who smile. You are there to win. Remember, not to smile. You're there, have your game face on, and stop grinning. So we have it right here, and we're going to listen to it. We're going to listen to this, and you guys going to hear what Micah Richards had to say. That's what I love about this show. We got to listen to a lot of things. I hope I don't get copyright. If I do, I'll just have to cut it out. But it is what it is. Let's do this. But big up to everybody in here right about now, man. Arnav Gupta is asking me, Dom, did you see Bayern lost in a German Cup game against Bundesliga 2 side on penalties? Yeah, I did. Holstein Kiel. I was actually, not following, but I was aware that the game was going on. And that's a big upset there. That's a giant killing there. You know what I mean? So Bayern, man, losing to Gladbach, and now you losing to Holstein Kiel. Oh, man, something is off. But let's take a look at this right here. Micah Richards, as you guys could see him right on screen. Let's make this thing big. And you guys are going to hear what he had to say. So listen up.
I think they just need to play their normal game and just believe in themselves, because when you come off conceding 5 goals for West Brom, it can knock your confidence a little bit. And Newcastle, like I said before, in training, I know training is different to a game, but they can be expansive. You've got the players to be expansive now, so just go out there, enjoy it. And I always love players when they're playing football with a smile on their face. And even when a lot of players now are playing like they've got the world on their shoulders. They're playing in the best league. I regret the day, I didn't smile every time I was on the pitch, because it's such an unbelievable. What are you looking at there, Roy?
I never like players who smile on the pitch. Relax.
Football isn't fun, Roy.
No. You're there to win, remember.
You can win, but you can have a smile on your face.
No, not for me.
The place of work. You go
Exactly.
As Latan says, the postman doesn't celebrate when he delivers the letters.
I think they just need to play.
Yo, that one was good. That one was really good. That one was good. I appreciate everybody in here right about now, man. I appreciate everybody in here right about now. That was good. That was good. Zlatan said, the postman doesn't smile when he delivers the letters. I do have a good postman, though. My postman is very good. His name is Mike, and he's a guy, gentleman. He has dreads. It looks like he's in his early 50s or so, and he's always in a good mood. Best postman I've ever had. You know what I mean? Delivers the mail. When it comes to Christmas time, he even drops us a card. We give him back a card. We put a little gift card in there to thank him. And, he sees me on the street, while he's delivering his mail. He always shouts me out. So big up to the postman there, though. But that was a very good interview. That was a good interview, though. Not an interview. That was, I like the whole punditry that's going on right about there. Right there. What am I saying? Gibberish. But I like the punditry, what's going on there between Micah Richards and Roy Keane, though, where Micah Richards is saying he want to see players enjoying the football with a smile on their faces. To be honest, when you have, you need to have your game face on, man. You know what I'm saying? And I do agree with Roy Keane. You're there to win, not to smile and giggle and hug up and all this. You're there to win. You see what I'm saying? You're there to win. After the game, have a smile. After the game, have a smile. Even if you score, game face. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah, that was a fun one. I didn't even expect that one to be that good, but it was very, very good. And, that's the third article that we touched on so far today. So we have another one here. I think I have two. I have two from Jan Vertonghen, the former Tottenham Hotspur player who has moved to Benfica. So, wait, oh man, I should have actually, English. Yeah, I should definitely translate this one. So, he recently did an interview where he spoke about the head injury he received. So it's just to summarize. He said, Jan Vertonghen said, getting hit in the head in the semi-final of the Champions League against Ajax impacted my ability to play for months. We're not going to go deeper into the interview that he did there, but I just wanted to highlight the fact that he said that the head injury impacted his football for months. And, you know, just to talk a bit about head injuries, they've been happening a lot these days. You know what I mean? They've always been in the game, but they highlighting them a lot these days, where they even introducing a concussion substitute, where if a player have to be forced off the field because of a head injury, another player could come on, replace that player without a head injury. You see what I mean? So, well, wait. I got distracted there by Mr. Gadiel Lingdo asking me, what cap are you wearing? Look, Palm Springs, California. It's just a regular cap, you know, nothing seriously, you know what I mean? Nothing football or anything. It's just a nice trucker cap that I picked up at the store that I like. But yeah, concussion substitutes would come on, replace the player, the injured player, the player who's concussed, without losing one of your subs. That's what I meant to say before I was distracted there by Mr. Gadiel. Thank you very much for distracting me. I appreciate it. So yeah, you guys could ask me questions. You know, if I do see them, I will actually, you know, address it. We have another question here by Banky. Banky asks, why don't you post anything about Dinamo Zagreb? You know they are the beast in Europa League and there is no reaction. Did you change your opinion on Croatian football? No, the thing is, I spoke about Croatian football from 2018. I still do talk about Croatian football, but mainly the national team though. When the national team plays, I do watch the games. The last international break, I didn't because I just didn't have the, you know, the drive to do that. But I actually do still watch the Croatian national team, and I do still follow the Croatian national team. As for Dinamo Zagreb, that was not something that I was planning to do permanently. That was something I was doing after the World Cup. There was a buzz. Croatia had a lot of Croatians on the channel, and I actually thought the Croatians would have, you know, well, there's still a good bit of Croatians that still watch the channel, but, you know, I don't see the numbers like they used to. So I'm not going to stay talking about the Croatian league all the time and, you know, people not showing up like I expected them to. So in terms of Dinamo, I had chose to follow Dinamo for one season where I picked the team out of a cap. So it's not anything that I had meant to do for a prolonged period of time. So that's why I haven't been talking about Dinamo Zagreb like a lot. I did talk about them last season because they were in the same Champions League group as Man City. Hence the reason why I touched on some of their games. But right about now, I don't still talk about Dinamo because it's not something I plan to do. When the Euros come around, if that actually goes ahead, and when the World Cup come around, if Croatia makes it to the World Cup again, I'm pretty sure all the Croatian, you know, subscribers are going to come back around again. I just have to have patience and wait. And they have to have patience and wait too. I'm pretty sure a lot of them already unsubscribe from the channel because they say, oh, he's not talking about what I subscribe for anymore. But it is all good. But going back to what Jan Vertonghen said, you know, that could be, you know, a serious thing, man. Hitting your head, very bad head injury, affected your football for months. Look at what happened to Raul Jimenez. Would he come back the same player? Would he want to be heading the balls in like he used to? Because remember, Adama Traore used to run down and square these balls in, and Jimenez into the back of the net. Is that going to be something for the, that he's going to want to do going forward. So I don't know, man. I don't know. They even, I think they're talking, I don't know if it was implemented, but they were talking about banning heading the ball in the youth, I think it's on the 16s or something, banning heading, because it could actually affect your brain. So that's the thing. The other thing that Vertonghen said was Benfica was the best thing that could have happened to me, and it will be my final destination. So Jan Vertonghen, former Tottenham Hotspur player, he is saying that would be his final destination, Benfica. Benfica will be his final destination. He is a 33-year-old center back, and so far in the Portuguese league, he has made 12 appearances in the league, 6 in the Europa League, and he also made 1 in the Champions League qualifying. He made 1 in the Cup. So he has already, represented Benfica on quite a few occasions. He also played in the Super Cup over there as well, the Super Taka over there. So he was born in 1987, same year I was born, and he will be 34 this year come April. So he says Benfica will be his final destination. So the clubs he have represented are Ajax, where he started at the under 17 level, played for the first team. Then he moved to RKC Waalwijk, a team in the Eredivisie. Well, a Dutch team, I should say. I don't know if they're in the Eredivisie. Yeah, they are kind of struggling right now. And from Ajax in 2012, he moved to Tottenham Hotspur. And he spent 8 years at Spurs before he moved on to Benfica on a free transfer. So big up to Jan Vertonghen. I wish him all the best going forward and wish him lots of success with Benfica. So, yeah, that's that. Big up Jan Vertonghen. So, I thought Toby Alderweireld would have actually, moved on as well. What a partnership that was for years. They didn't win anything, but still very good center-back partnership there. So, let us move on to the next article that I saved. So I have something here from about a month ago that had said from the Telegraph that Southampton has, they were keen to sign Man United's youngster Brandon Williams on loan in January. He's a left back. He could play at right back too. And that has not materialized as yet. And the young man hasn't been playing a lot. He is a very talented left back. And a loan would actually do him good. A loan would do him good. So let's see if he would actually move on loan to Southampton. That would be a very good club for him to move to. And let's see if there's any news and any updates on that right now. So 3 days ago, the Daily Express says that Man United make Brandon Williams' transfer decision as Newcastle drop loan interest. So a few clubs are actually interested in loaning him. And let's see if he would actually go out on loan. Everton strong contenders to sign Man United star Brandon Williams with negotiations. That's 6 days ago. And 1 week ago, there was an update on the Southampton incident, not an incident, the Southampton interest, that's the word. Southampton want Man United's Brandon Williams on loan. Brandon Williams wants to play regular football to make the England under-21 squad for this summer's European Championships, but has only made 1 Premier League appearance for Man United this season. That's not good enough for a talented player like him. But the fact that they have Luke Shaw and they have Alex Tellers, you're not going to be getting a lot of games. You're definitely not going to get a lot of games. So Southampton are actually looking to bring him in. And that would be a nice place for him to go and nurture his game. You know what I'm saying? So them stewards saying early morning, hustling hours. It's more than hustling. You know what I'm saying? it is more than hustling. It has to do with getting this done. I don't know what benefit is there for me, to be honest, by doing this, but it's just that I want to actually continue doing this show, and I want to cover these things that articles that I found very interesting, and I want to, just talk about them. I don't want to, spend the time finding these articles and then never talking about them and just having them there, just be like, God damn, I had planned to do this and I never did it. I want to go through these things and actually, talk about them. So I have one here. This one was from ESPN, and it said that Liverpool are reportedly keen to sign midfielder Marcos Llorente from Atletico Madrid. That was from 29 days ago. I don't know if that one is actually still a thing. So, I don't know. ESPN is where it's a bit weird sometimes. And Marcos Llorente, the man who actually destroyed Liverpool in extra time there when the two teams met last season in the Champions League round of 16, it's saying that there's interest. So the article reads, Liverpool are reportedly keen to sign midfielder Marcos Llorente from Atletico Madrid. Llorente, 25, helped to knock Liverpool out the Champions League at the round of 16 stage last season with a fine performance at Anfield when he scored twice in extra time in March. So he says, I have received many calls since Anfield for Marcos Llorente. His angel, Julio Llorente, told radio station Cadena Ser. Marcos and I have always talked about this, and he wants to stay. So there is not much else to do. The last call I received was in May, and it was not from Spain. Wolverhampton. Okay, yeah. So I don't know if they just threw the Liverpool thing in there just to make people click or whatnot, but it never said anything that Liverpool actually called. Liverpool actually called Atletico Madrid with interest of this player. So I don't know where he's going to fit. Maybe if Ronaldo moves on, a Marcos Llorente would be a good signing. But I don't know, and I haven't heard anybody talk about that one. So that one is a bit of a weird one, but I'm going to leave that one right there. What are you guys' thoughts? Do you think that Marcos Llorente would fit in at Liverpool? Let's talk Fulham. How are you? Never seen you around here. And he says, there's some great content on there. What are you talking about? Don't know what you're talking about. Are you self-promoting? Is that what you're doing? Is that what you're doing? I saw somebody said no self-promo, no self-promo. Big up to Jersey boy, man. He said, my God, what time is it for you? It is actually 6:49. I started 33 minutes ago. I started at 6:15 a.m. So got up early, set my alarm, and I'm here talking about these articles here that this is what I do, man. The Rabbit Hole Football Show. That's what we do, man. We get up and we make things happen. We make things happen. So there is something very cool here, and it is about the Bosman Ruling. So 25 years ago, the Bosman Ruling was decided, changing modern football forever. So the Bosman Ruling. So the Bosman Ruling, something that I'm not 100% familiar with, but I've heard about it before, but I never really looked too deep into it. But it has to do with transfers and everything. So we're gonna talk about that one. That is what we're gonna do here. We're gonna learn, and we're gonna talk about things. So it is the Belgian Football Association versus Jean-Marc Bosman. Big up to Diego 20. Appreciate you coming through. Appreciate you being a member. Shout outs to all the member. If you're not yet a member and you could afford to be a member, please click the join button. We'll appreciate it. It helps to support your favorite creators, by dropping a monthly stipend, which does help. It does help. So consider becoming a member. So it happened in 1995. It's known as the Bosman Ruling. And it says is a 1995 European Court of Justice decision concerning freedom of movement for workers, freedom of association, and direct effect, Article 39. Now, Article 45, the Treaty on Functioning of the European Union of the TEC. The case was an important decision on the free movement of labor and had a profound effect on the transfers of footballers within the European Union. The decision banned restrictions on foreign European Union players within national leagues and allowed players in the EU, the European Union, to move to another club at the end of a contract without a transfer fee being paid. That's what it is. The decision banned, the Bosman Ruling decision banned restrictions on foreign European Union players within national leagues and allow players in the EU to move to another club at the end of a contract without a transfer fee being paid. The ruling was made in a consolidation of 3 separate legal cases, all involving Belgian player Jean-Marc Bosman. Belgian Football Association versus Jean-Marc Bosman. The RFC de Ligue versus Jean-Marc Bosman and others. And UEFA versus Jean-Marc Bosman. So the facts included Jean-Marc Bosman was a player for RFC Liège in the Belgian First Division in Belgium, whose contract had expired in 1990. He wanted to change teams and move to Dunkerque, a French club. However, Dunkerque refused to meet his Belgian club transfer fee demand, so Liège refused to release Bosman. In the meantime, Bosman's wages were reduced as he was no longer a first-team player. He took his case to the European Court of Justice in Luxembourg and sued for restraint of trade, citing FIFA's rules regarding football, especially Article 17. So that is crazy. That is crazy. The judgment was on December 15th, 1995, the court ruled the system as it was constituted placed a restriction on the free movement of workers and was prohibited by Article 39 of the EC Treaty of now Article 45 of the Treaty of Functioning of the European Union. Bosman and all other European Union footballers were given the right to a free transfer at the expiration of their contracts, provided that they transfer from a club within one European Union association to a club within another European Union association. So, the significance of the Bosman ruling is, prior to the Bosman ruling, professional clubs in some part of Europe, but not, for example, in Spain and France, were able to prevent players from joining a club in another country, even if their contracts had expired. In the United Kingdom, transfer tribunals had been in place since 1981, and Well, let me bring that back. Transfer tribunals had been in place since 1981 to resolve disputes over fees between clubs when transferring players at the end of their contracts. The Bosman ruling meant that players could move to a new club at the end of their contract without their old club receiving a fee. Players can now agree a pre-contract with another club for a free transfer if the player's contract with their existing club has 6 months or less remaining. This is very important for everybody to understand. So if you didn't know, and if you weren't too familiar, now you know. The Bosman ruling also prohibited domestic football leagues in the European Union member states and also UEFA from imposing quotas on foreign players to the extent that they discriminated against nationals of European Union states. At that time, many leagues placed quotas restricting the number of non-nationals allowed on member teams. This is very, very important, man. Very, very important. After the ruling, quotas could still be imposed, but only used to restrict the number of non-European Union players on each team. Wow. Wow. Since the ruling came into effect throughout the European Union in 1995, several notable players in European football have benefited from the ruling. In 1996, Edgar Davids became Europe's first high-profile player to benefit from the ruling when he moved from Ajax to Milan. Ex-Hibernian FC player Paul Kane became the first UK Bosman transfer, moving from Aberdeen FC to Norwegian side Viking Stavanger in 1996. In 1999, Steve McManaman became the most lucrative transfer of all time at the time in British football as Britain's first high-profile Bosman departure when he moved from Liverpool to Real Madrid, and the deal resulted in McManaman becoming the highest-paid British player in history from 1999 to 2001. Since Davids and McManaman, I'm sorry I butchered that name, scores of other notable players became able to negotiate deals according to their market value when their contracts expired, a trend that continued into the 2000s and beyond. For clubs, the ruling meant that clubs could no longer block a move or demand a fee from the player or from the destination club. If the player left at the end of their contracts, let me bring that back. The ruling meant that clubs could no longer block a move or demand a fee from the player or from the destination club if the player left at the end of their contracts. The Bosman ruling coincided directly with a new era of financial gains in football. In 2005, UEFA declared it was seeking to repair aspects of the ruling because it believed to be the cause of the increasing rich-poor gap between elite and smaller clubs. And that's where I would leave that. That was good. That was very, very good. Seriously, seriously good. And it helped me to understand that whole thing a lot more. And we were just talking about Jan Vertonghen. He benefited from the Bosman ruling. A lot of players have benefited from the Bosman ruling, moving freely to another club after their contracts have expired. So what are you guys saying here? What are you guys saying? You know what I'm saying? So we have Let's Talk Fulham in here, spamming needlessly. No need to do that. If you're not going to add anything to the stream, please leave. Please log out and leave. You see what I'm saying? Please. Thank you very much. Or else you will get banned around here. And that's not even a warning. That's a threat. Let's make that clear. But hello to everybody in here right about now. Make sure you like the video. We got 26 people in here and counting. So I do appreciate everybody who chose to click on the video. You saw my face, you clicked, and we are here to talk about a lot of stuff, including Matthew Hop's hatch against Hoffenheim to give Schalke their first win in over a year. So that was a great article, though. That was a good one. That's the best article for the day. And you know, I saw that there, and the last time I did this, I said, I'm not gonna go through that one, but I'm actually happy that I did. So moving on, Zinedine Zidane recently said there are no small teams anymore like they were 15 or 20 years ago. We want to win every match, but that's less and less easy nowadays. And that's a very, very good quote from the great Zinedine Zidane. Look at the Premier League, guys. Look at the Premier League, guys. Look at the Premier League. Brighton, who were just outside the relegation zone, give Man City a run for their money. Then you had Tottenham, who made it to the Champions League final, played against Fulham, newly promoted, and look at what Fulham did. Look at what Fulham did. So the gap is definitely very small between the so-called smaller teams and the so-called big teams. Like some of these smaller teams would spend 100 mil one season, and then you have teams like Tottenham Hotspur who would spend nothing, zilch, for the whole season. You see what I mean? So Zidane is definitely right about that. Definitely right about that. You know, but big up to everybody in here right about now. Appreciate you guys joining. Definitely do. Donovan McCrabb, how are you doing? Big up to Donovan McCrabb in here all the way from Germany. So, yeah. So, I do give shout outs. You don't have to super chat to get a shout out. If I do see a nice comment, I will actually mention your name. But if you do super chat or you are a member, I can't miss it. It's like so clear. It is so clear. So Dems to odd. Mr. Dems is saying Leon Bailey to Manchester United. Bro, that ain't happening yet. If that is to happen, it will be in the summer. It's not happening in January for sure. I did see Ryan make a video talking about that, but no need to hype that one up. No need to hype that up right now. That's not happening. That is definitely not happening. So, yeah. So, I have a good article here from the recent 7-0 thrashing that Liverpool handed down on Crystal Palace. It said that Liverpool are the first team to both score and concede 7 goals in away games in the same Premier League season. That is crazy. That is crazy. You know what I mean? How are you going to score 7 and then, you conceded 7 and then score 7 in the same season? That's a big contrast. That's crazy. That is crazy. Well, let me sip this tea before it actually gets cold. That is definitely crazy. Liverpool have been kind of weird this season, you know. 7-2 against Villa. All these draws. 7-0 against Crystal Palace. And then draws again and then losing to Southampton. So pretty weird. Pretty weird. Okay. So there was another stat from December 19th that said 7+ goals has only occurred in 39 Premier League games out of 10,800 or so. 5 of those 39 were away. Crystal Palace 0, Liverpool 7, Southampton 0, Leicester 9, Hull 1, Tottenham 7, Nottingham Forest 1, Man United 8, and what you got here? Sheffield Wednesday 1, Nottingham Forest 7. Statistically, well, he said, don't know the actual amount of games. A 1 in 20, 1 6. Well, this is a bullshit ass tweet. I don't know. I don't even know why I read that. I don't even know why I read that one, but that one was from a Liverpool LFC Discord chat server replying to the previous tweet that I read. I don't even know why I read out that tweet because that did not, you can't be guessing here. You cannot be guessing. Get your facts right before you go babbling on Twitter. But that is something. First team to score 7 and concede 7 in away games in a Premier League season. Liverpool. I don't know if Liverpool actually want the record, but I won't want the record. Especially conceding 7 in the season. Seriously. Especially not conceding 7. I don't want that. I definitely don't. So recently, Lionel Messi equaled Pele's record for most goals scored with a single club. So big up to Lionel Messi. 643 goals for one club, historic, and he probably have scored more since then. And there's more articles on that I will get to. So just wanted to mention that achievement by Messi, surpassing Pele. And I think Cristiano Ronaldo recently surpassed Pele for one of those goal-scoring feats as well. We will get to that one on a later episode. Definitely will. But how are you guys doing in the chat? Big up to Doug. How are you feeling today, Doug? I know you're off like myself. We have the same days off. So Doug is saying, oh, wow, rumors suggesting Hansi Flick has been sacked by Bayern Munich. Wow. That'd be a weird one. That would be a weird one, though. Win the Champions League after taking over from the mess that was going on with Niko Kovac. And then you lose to a few Bundesliga teams, including Gladbach. And then you get knocked out of the DFB Pokal. That's just the Pokal. And you get sacked. Nah, I don't know. That would be the stupidest thing. Let me mention this. That would be the dumbest thing Bayern Munich could ever do. Dumbest thing they could ever do if they do decide to sack Flick. Who would be in charge? Who would be in charge of Bayern Munich if Flick gets sacked? Thomas Tuchel. I think. But I don't think that'll happen. I don't think that will happen. But let's see. You never know. Never say never. Never say never when it comes to football, man. Very weird. They do very weird things. Look at Tuchel. How did Tuchel get sacked? You know what I'm saying? He made it to the Champions League final, still gets sacked. It doesn't matter. They want to sack you, they're going to sack you. You see what I'm saying? So let us move on. Let us move on. We got a lot more articles to go through. So we don't want to linger. I want to actually knock out a lot of these today. Knock out a lot of these, and we could move on to episode 3. But I want to cover as many articles as I can. I probably will do this for maybe an hour and a half more, because I do have the live stream coming up with Ryan. So I would like about half hour to save my voice a bit. I did drink some honey this morning, get some honey in the system to help with the throat, because I do talk a lot. So I have to save the voice. Definitely have to save the voice. So when Arsenal was struggling recently, and Mikel Arteta was, under a lot of pressure to get sacked and everything, he said, And I'm quoting a tweet here from Ian Herbert, who is a sports writer at the Daily Mail on Sunday, biographer of the late, great Bob Paisley and Wrexham FC. So, yeah. Ian Herbert said, Mikel Arteta says that Arsenal's league position does not reflect their performances. He said, usually if you are in this place in the table, you get battered by teams. It hasn't happened. We are often better than the opponent. We dominate teams. That's not true. That is not true. That is not true, okay? That is not true. Arsenal weren't dominating teams when they were struggling. They were being dominated by teams. Hence the reason why they lost so many games or they went so long without winning a game. They weren't dominated a single soul. They were being dominated. Stop it, Arteta. Were you in denial? Were you trying to convince yourself that you were dominating and using reverse psychology, which then helped? By the way, Arsenal do play today. So, good luck to Arsenal FC today, where they meet Crystal Palace in a London derby at the Emirates Stadium. And that would be the final game for the midweek fixtures. Then we get a break tomorrow. And then we're back again at doing it on Saturday. We're back doing it on Saturday like we never left. You see what I mean? By the time you blink, the football comes back. Blink. Oh, football again? Oh, my God. Almost missed it. But looking forward for that game on Sunday, though. That game on Sunday, 11:30 a.m., back-to-back big games. Liverpool, Manchester United, and then Man City, Crystal Palace. That means that, I don't know. Monday, I might be going live, because if my boy Ryan watched the game on Sunday at 11:30, I don't know if he'll still have the energy to actually go live after I get home from work. So it might be Monday, where Arsenal play Newcastle United. And then we have midweek fixtures again that we will cover. It's hard. It is hard to keep up with all this football, man. Hence the reason why I'm doing this show. So we could actually talk about other things in football. A lot of other things, because I can't keep up, man. It's absolutely impossible to keep up. It's not, but I'm trying. I can't keep up if I, get up early like this on a few mornings and do this. Maybe even tomorrow, according to how I feel. I have to go live again to do the predictions for week 19. But who knows? According to how I feel, if I get enough rest, I'll get up early again and do another rabbit hole football show. Because, guys, I have endless amount of things to talk about. Just remember that. If you think I don't have anything to talk about, you're lying. Listen, you're lying. You're lying. I do. I have a lot of things to talk about. It's just that I don't have the time. You know what I mean? I don't have the time. So we will move on. We will move on to another article here where it says, Danish University professor Andreas Beckholm has reported the FA to kick it out for cultural racism against Cavani. So the whole Cavani incident was a bit weird, you know what I mean? Because most people, like from Uruguay and other people who interpreted the whole thing the right way, obviously saw that Cavani meant no harm in what he said. But then again, you can't go out there saying things. It's similar to the way I'm a black person, and black people, they do use the N-word amongst each other, without consequence. It's like, okay, but I don't use the word very often, very hardly I use the word. But it's like me saying the word on my Twitter, on my Instagram, and then getting canceled because of that. But wait, people, I'm black. I didn't offend nobody. I was talking to my brother here. So it's a similar situation where Cavani used negrito, which is a term of, it's said to be a term of endearment in Uruguay, where there are, a big black population, but I don't think it was meant to be a derogatory term. And he got a 3-match ban from the FA for that. But the FA are only following precedent. You have to take action, or else if you don't take action, then you're going to have these players acting wild on the internet, talking a whole bunch of things, and you can't go about doing that. So I understand where these people are coming from, trying to report the FA and do all of this, but the FA has a job to do. Whether they interpreted the whole situation wrongly because it was lost through cultural translation, when you look at it, at the end of the day, they did what they had to do. 3-match ban, I don't know if that, but Man United didn't even, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe, I don't think Cavani played against City, right? He didn't, right? Maybe if he played against City, maybe they would have won that EFL Cup game. I don't know. But yeah, so that is something we all have to think about. But we will move on from that touchy subject and go on to another one from 24 days ago. I want to close it down till I get to about 12 days ago, where I saved this article. So last month, Feyenoord lost 1-0 against Vitesse. And FC Sarajevo, which is a team from Bosnia, were the only unbeaten team remaining in Europe in 2020. That is nuts. FC Sarajevo. Am I saying that right? Sarajevo. No, I'm saying it right. Sarajevo. FC Sarajevo, only unbeaten team in 2020 in Europe. Crazy stuff. I don't know if they went on to lose, but I doubt. So what we're going to do, I'm just going to look up FC Sarajevo right now and make sure they didn't lose in 2020. Let me see what they're doing right now in the Bosnian League. Let me just look up Bosnian League, because Bosnian League. Okay, Bosnian Premier League. Let me see what's going on here. All right, I'm not seeing a table right now. I don't know if the league has started over there. I don't know. All right, 2020-21 Premier League right now. Let me see what's going on. Yeah, Sarajevo is, they didn't lose a game yet, guys. They didn't lose a game yet. 19 games played so far, 13 wins, 6 draws, man. 45 points. Ooh, Sarajevo. No losses in 2020. Crazy. How do you guys feel about that, man? How do you feel about that? Giovanni is saying Rangers is unbeaten, but not for the whole of 2020. Not for the whole of 2020. You know what I'm saying? Big up to the Asian Sensational up in here. How are you doing? Big up to Sebastian as well. And Dupe. Big up to you. Big up to Dupe. And who else we got in here? If you're in here and you're hiding behind the curtains, please say hi. No need to be, lurking. Just say, hey, Dom, what's up? How you doing? You're up early. Why are you up so early? 7:20 in the morning. It is 7:20. But we're doing the Rabbit Hole Football Show where we go down all sorts of rabbit holes here. So that loss that Feyenoord picked up against Vitesse also has some significance where Feyenoord have lost a league game for the first time since October 27th in 2019. They have lost the second to last league game of 2020. Crazy. That's another great stat there. Feyenoord have been doing bits. Feyenoord 2019. So they almost went the whole of 2020 without a loss. Crazy. Crazy. That's a long time. That is a very, very long time. So as we speak, Feyenoord are second in the Dutch Eredivisie behind Ajax. They're tied on points with an inferior goal difference. Vitesse are third with 35 points. PSV are fourth with 34. Ajax are on top with 35 points. And Ajax have 2 losses. But Feyenoord has been doing very, very well. In the 2019-20 season, they lost 3 times. They came in third, 6 points behind Ajax. That season was curtailed, and I think Ajax was handed. Wasn't Ajax given the championship? I can't even remember. I don't think so. I don't even know. It doesn't matter. It's inconsequential. Yeah, they were. AZ Alkmaar had the same amount of points as Ajax as well. But big up to Feyenoord, man. Big up to Feyenoord. Could somebody tell me a player who came from Feyenoord? Famous player who came from Feyenoord. Let me hear famous Feyenoord players that you know of. I'm waiting. Let's do a fun activity. Feyenoord. Let me know before we move on. All right. And I'll let you know some. As well. Obviously, I will go to Wikipedia to, educate you guys about some famous Feyenoord players. You know what I'm saying? I will. So you let me know. All right. So what we got here? Dirk Kuyt, Genie Wijnaldum. What else we got? Fakal Jamai, how are you? What else we got, guys? Anything else? Do we have anything else? Guys? Come on. I don't actually see anything on former great players or anything here, but yeah. I don't see anything here, but we won't get too much into that. I don't know a lot about Feyenoord, to be honest. I'm not gonna act like I do. You know what I'm saying? But Ruud Gullit did play for Feyenoord. Ruud Gullit, one of their great players. Definitely one of their great players. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, hey, I'm a Feyenoord, specialist here. Also, we had Giovanni van Bronckhorst, great player, who also represented Barcelona and Arsenal, Rangers as well. Giovanni van Bronckhorst. A lot of great Van players, Van Persie, Van Bronckhorst, and so on. Van de Sar. See what I'm saying? So that was a fun one. Johan Cruyff, Van Hooijdonk, however you spell it. Big up, man. Big up. So we're going to move on to the next article here. Okay, I've wanted to find this article for a long time where Diego Costa said something before he left Atletico Madrid, right? And he said, Diego Costa post-match interview in a recent game. Diego Costa said, this is one of the reasons why he wanted to leave Atletico Madrid. Let me sip some tea. Diego Costa said he wasn't scoring the bastard Suarez. Now I'm back and he scores twice. See what I'm saying? So Diego Costa was out injured. Suarez was there playing for Atletico Madrid, not scoring. And when Diego Costa came back, he was fit and ready. Suarez scored twice, which meant that whatever chance Diego Costa had of getting into the team, those chances were out the window, jumped out the window from the 10th floor. And I'm not saying to do anything like that. Don't be stupid. But Diego Costa's chances were, it dwindled because Suarez now scored a brace. You get it? So Diego Costa have now left Atletico Madrid. So that's that. So where do you guys think Diego Costa should go to? A lot of people, not a lot. I just saw links to Wolves, and that won't be a bad signing though. On a free to Wolves to help him out right about now with the absence of Raul Jimenez. Diego Costa is only 32 years old. And guys, sometimes I think about it, man. I'm older than Diego Costa. And look at me. Look at me. You know what I'm saying? Look at me. And look at Diego Costa. Look at you just look at Diego Costa and you're gonna be like, how is he only 32 years old? Like, look here. Come on, how is this guy only 32 years old though? You know what I mean? How is this guy 32 years old? And I'm 34. This ain't adding up. It ain't adding up at all. It ain't adding up. But Diego Costa this season had 7 appearances, scoring twice. He only appeared in La Liga. You want to check out his stats by club? See how well he did at Atletico Madrid during his career. He had 24 caps for Spain. I don't know if he would add any more to that. He did have 2 caps for Brazil before switching allegiance to Spain. And these are the clubs he played for. Of course, he represented Atletico Madrid 215 times, scoring 83 goals, picking up 36 assists. And they won La Liga back in the 2013-14 season, if I can recall. For Chelsea, 120 appearances, 58 goals. He did win the Premier League too. That's crazy, though. 24 assists, 58 goals. That's not bad returns from 120 games, though. That's not bad. Real Valladolid, CF, 36 matches, 9 goals, 6 assists. Albacete Balompié. He made 35 appearances, 9 goals as well. Celta de Vigo, 30 appearances, 6 goals. Rayo Vallecano, 16 games, 10 goals, 4 assists. FC Penafiel, 13 games, 5 goals. And SC Braga in the Portuguese league, where he made 1 appearance, scoring once. So big up to Diego Costa, man. He made 20 appearances in the Champions League for Atletico Madrid, scored 9, 15 for Chelsea, wasn't so good, scored twice. So his personal accolades includes 2 Premier League trophies with Chelsea. Well, he qualified for 2 of them. You know, he did leave Chelsea. He did win the League Cup. Spanish champions back in 2013-14, so I was right. 1 Spanish Cup winner in 2012-13 as well. Europa League winner in 2017-18. Super Cup winner as well. So not a bad career, though. He went to the World Cup as well. Went to the World Cup with Spain. Not bad. Twice. Not only once, but twice. So not a bad career. Diego Costa. Where would he end up? What are you guys saying right now? Where would he end up, man? Where do you think he would end up? Where do you think you know what we're gonna do? Fahad, I'm gonna give you a warning, bro. Stop spamming. Stop spamming, Fahad. You're gonna get blocked for good. Stop spamming. That, matter of fact, that is not a warning. That's a threat. I appreciate you being here right now, but you don't need to be spamming, okay? No need for that. No need for that, all right? Appreciate it. Appreciate it in advance. No need to be spamming. So that's that for that one. And we're running through these articles. I'm really happy that I'm getting through these articles, though. Really, really happy. So I have something fun to look at right now. You guys are going to love this. It's a throw-in from Crepin Diatta, who's at Club Bruges right now. A very interesting throw-in recently that he took against Ghent. We're going to take a look at this throw. And you guys are going to have a nice laugh. And we're going to get into some media. All right? So hopefully I don't get copyrighted. If I do get copyrighted, it's fine. I'll just, I won't get copyrighted. It's whatever. If I do get copyrighted, it just means that I get copyrighted. It is what it is. It is what it is. Whatever. But look, what we're going to do, we're going to bring up the throw on the screen. As long as it's not the Premier League, we'll be fine. You know, we'll be fine. The Premier League is very, you know, very, very stringent when it comes to enforcing copyright laws and all that type of stuff. But it's right there, and you guys gonna see what I'm talking about. Here's the throw-in. Here's the throw-in. Let me see if you guys you guys don't need to hear the audio or anything. So check out the throw, guys. You ready? Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? Let's go. Check that out. Oh, you saw that. You saw that, guys. You saw that. Bring that back. Bring that back. You saw that, right? Look at where he was standing to take the throw. Come on, Crepin Diatta, bro. Look at that. Look at that. That is crazy. I don't think he knew where he was, though. I don't think he knew where he was. So it was early in the game, too. He lost his bearings. He was like, what? What's going on here? I got to throw in. Where do I take it from? Over here or over there? So, yeah, look. Crazy. 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 A big up to Crepin Diatta. Let us go. Let us move on. That is a crazy throw. Big up to 80 Booth. How are you doing, 80 Booth, man? You know, how are you? Villa doing good this season. You must be feeling great about that. So that is something I had to share with y'all. So going back, I have another one from the Liverpool's 7-0 thrashing of Crystal Palace. And this one is, this one goes like this. Up to Joe, 7. All 7 of Liverpool's goals were assisted by different players. Mane, Firmino, Robertson, Alexander-Arnold, Salah, Matip, and Oxlade-Chamberlain. The first time in Premier League history, 7 different players have assisted a goal for a team in a match. Feast. Feast. Crazy. Crazy. I know. Do you guys love it? Do you guys love that one? That one was good, right? That one was definitely a good one. And while on Twitter, in the what's happening section, I saw something, man. I saw a few things that said U.S. government executes woman on federal death row for the first time since 1953. And there was also another one that said jobless women selling nudes on OnlyFans are struggling to pay bills. Ooh, man. Oh, man. It's dread out here. It is a dread situation out here. It is dread. It is dread. And since we on the topic, right? Since we on the topic, and I see, you know, we're talking football and things like that, and I just run into a really good article that I might run into again, and I'm gonna share it with you guys right now. let me share this one with you. You guys are gonna love this one here. You guys are gonna love this one. Look at this one, right? Look at this. That was Barcelona's first penalty shootout since 1998. That is insane. That is insane, man. Insane in the membrane. That was insane. How insane was that? 1998. That's 22 years. The first Barcelona have been so good. The in-cup games, you don't need to take it. We either gonna lose the match or we're gonna win the game. It ain't going to no damn penalties. That is nuts. That is nuts, though. That is nuts. But Barcelona did defeat Real Sociedad on penalties. That was a Supercopa. Well, Supercopa de España. It finished 1-1 from goals from De Jong and Oyarzabal. It went to penalties where Barcelona won 3-2. They will move on to the final. The Supercopa de España. I did follow this competition last season. Real Madrid will take on Athletic Club de Bilbao today at 3 p.m. And the winner will play FC Barcelona in the final. Guys, make a prediction. Real or Athletic Club Bilbao? I think it's going to be El Clásico for the Supercopa de España. Crazy. Crazy. You know what I mean? Crazy. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man. Oh, mean. So, look. That was a fun one. We get into these articles, and we've only been streaming for an hour and 21 minutes. I'm happy I did this. This is a football rabbit hole show where we go down the rabbit holes. You see, I just went down a rabbit hole right there on Twitter. I just did. And I got another rabbit hole for you. Another rabbit hole for you right there. Are you ready? Are you ready for the other rabbit hole? Listen, we just went down a rabbit hole. We have a tweet here. We have a tweet here from goal.com. And it says, Pochettino in 2003 days at Tottenham, 0 trophies. Pochettino, 12 days at PSG, 1 trophy. Well, listen, life is unfair, man. Life is definitely unfair. 2,000 days. Pochettino, and you got 0 trophies. Let me say this in Spanish. But you were only in the job at PSG for 2 weeks. 2 weeks. And you got a trophy. That is nuts. That is super nuts. That is super nuts. I'm telling you. So, big up to Pochettino. Big up to PSG. Pochettino would actually go on to win his first league title this season. Definitely will happen. And I've been hearing that. I've been hearing that he wants Paul Pogba to be one of his signings this summer. Let's see how that one work out. Let's see how it work out. Work out for me. Work out for me. Let's see how that one work out, man. But that was a good stat, you know, I just shared there with the Liverpool thing, and then we went down a rabbit hole right there. Definitely went down a rabbit hole. So what I want to also do, I want to react to some things. So I have to actually go through my list here and react to some. I want to get this content out, though. You know what I mean? I want to get this content out. But this is from 25 days ago. We have a goal. We have a goal from the Dutch second tier to actually react to. Let's react to this goal from the Dutch second tier. Are you guys ready? Second tier of Dutch football. We will be reacting to this right about now. And let me make it. Let me go out of here. And I'm gonna share this with you. And we're gonna react to this wicked goal from the Dutch second tier, where we had De Graafschap versus Utrecht young team, youth team, where Ralph Sointiens scored in the 14th minute with a lob from his own half. So here we go. We're going to react to this one. And let's go. Let's react. Let's react, baby. Let's react. Are you guys ready to react? Who's ready to react with me on the Rabbit Hole Football Show? Let's go. Let's react. All right. So let me just play the. Let me play. Let's go. Hit play. You guys ready? Are you ready? Are you ready for this? Let's go. Look at this. Whoa! 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 Imagine if there was a crowd. Whoa! Let's see that again. Let's see that again. Whoa! Whoa! Okay. He gets it back. And from the circle. Whoa! Whoa! Awesome! Awesome! Awesome, man. Awesome, awesome, awesome. You want to see it one more time? One more time. One more time. Whoa! That was cool. That was cool. That was super cool. Look. Look, that was a great goal. That was a great goal. This is what I have to say about that goal, right? That goalkeeper should be fined 1 match wage. The wage is for 1 match. I don't want to take away his, livelihood or anything. I'm not going to sack him or drop him, but 1 match. 1 week's wages, not match, 1 week's wages. For example, like I went to work last week. I shouldn't get paid. Doesn't matter if I did the work. You're not getting paid. All right? That's your punishment. You should never, ever concede goals like that. This man had to see that this goalkeeper was off his line that early, or he may have known of a habit that this goalkeeper does venture off his line. You know what I mean? A lot. He got chipped. Crazy. So there you have it, guys. My reaction. We're going to be doing a lot of fun stuff on here. So make sure, if you don't have that notification bell clicked yet, click the notification bell. Come back to the Rabbit Hole Football Show, where we will be looking at a lot of these things. And it is a Puskas Award candidate. It is. Ralph Sointiens. Awesome goal, man. Awesome goal. Let me give a round of applause to Ralph Sointiens. Big up, Ralph. Big up. Awesome goal. All right. So we're going to move on to the next one. Let's move on to the next one. And we have an Opta stat here. We have an Opta stat to share. And you guys would love this one. Sweeper keeper like Edison, right? Keeper should have gone for the scorpion kick. Steve said, I hate copyright, but some people share screen regardless. Bro, you got to know what you're sharing. You can't share nothing from the Premier League. That is a no-no. The FA, it would block it right away. The Bundesliga too, you won't get a copyright strike. You just get claimed. The video won't be, able to be watched unless you cut it out. So I could see a lot of you guys actually enjoy that one. Arnav Gupta is saying, wow. And we have Dems is actually, laughing, tears there. Dupe, Fakal, Dandy, you know what I mean? Everybody loved that one. Giovanni, glad you guys enjoyed that one, man. 80 said keeper should have gone for the Rene Higuita scorpion kick. Yeah, maybe he would have got it. So let us move on to the Opta stat I have here to share with you guys. And let me bring up the Opta stat here from Opta Joe on Twitter. All right, look at this stat, guys. Look at this stat. And you guys are going to see the what's happening section over there with, you know, the stuff I was saying, you know what I mean? And my messages. I won't click my messages. You won't be seeing who I'm DMing on Twitter. I only DM like guys like Doug and Ryan and them, though. I haven't been DMing girls on Twitter or anything like that. I'm not into that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not into that. You know what I mean? But look, the Opta stat says 28. Since August 2018, no player has more Premier League assists than Liverpool fullback Andrew Robertson. Level on 28 with Kevin De Bruyne, provider. I think Kevin De Bruyne have since passed that and maybe gone up to about 31 or something. But Andy Robertson, man, you definitely have been the provider. And if Andy Robertson's assists dry up and Trent Alexander-Arnold's assists dry up, Liverpool struggles. And that is what happened. That's been happening this season. So that is a very good one. Arnav Gupta coming in with a fun fact. Let me see what you're saying. Edison, Stones, and Diaz are yet to concede a goal when all three have played together. Wow. I didn't realize that. Great fun fact, Arnav. I'm not gonna fact check you. I'll just take your word for it. I'm not gonna fact check you. But big up to Andy Robertson. That is a very good achievement, you know, being so high up the assist charts. Great stuff. Great stuff by Andy Robertson. If you're watching the replay to this show right now and you're getting value out of the content, leave a comment and don't forget to leave a like. I definitely appreciate that. You know, the turnout has not been great because no one knew about the show. I didn't schedule it and it's very early in the day. I'm pretty sure most people have other things to do, probably watching other things as well. But I'm here, man. I'm here and just wanted to take some time out of my day to touch on a lot of these articles that I have saved here. So we're going to move on. We're not going to waste time. We are not going to waste time. I have another fun one for you guys. And this one is FK Bodo Glimt, that's a weird name, lifts their first championship trophy, ending their season with a goal difference of 103 to 32. Well, they scored 103 goals, conceding 32. That's a goal difference of what? 71 and 81 points in 30 matches. That is nuts. So Bodo Glimt. I think that's somewhere up in Scandinavia, man. That's a Norwegian club. Bodo Glimt. First trophy. First championship trophy. Not their first trophy, but their first championship trophy. Bodo Glimt. Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. And I will share a picture here. Let me share a picture from them celebrating their trophy. Bam! Bodo Glimt winning a first championship trophy. And they had a few players who actually moved on to I think this was a club that one of these Norwegian players moved on to AC Milan, and I will let me actually get that right. We're gonna go down a rabbit hole here. We're definitely gonna go down a rabbit hole here. Bodo Glimt. We're gonna. That's a weird name though. That is a weird name. Sorry, but that is kind of weird. Bodo/Glimt. I don't even know how you actually say that. I don't know if I'm getting that right. But the transfers, right? I want to talk about the transfers, all transfers, and get the player right. If you guys know anything about this club, Let me know in the chat. So departures, yep. Jens Peter Hag, 5 million to AC Milan. And that was one of their better players. That's the player I actually wanted to talk about, Jens Peter Hag. He moved to AC Milan from Bodo Glimt. That is crazy. That is nuts. That has been one of their biggest transfers in a very, very long time. Maybe their biggest transfer ever in terms of moving to a prestigious club like AC Milan. Because going down the years, I don't see any big moves from that club. You know what I mean? No big moves at all. No recognizable names either. That is good. That is good. So, big up to Jens Peter Hag. Pretty sure he's doing well over there at AC Milan. He's only 21 years old. He has 11 appearances. He scored once in the Serie A. In the Europa League, however, he made 5 appearances, scoring 3 times and picking up an assist in the Europa League, and also took part in Europa League qualifying where he made 3 appearances, scoring 3 times and picking up 2 assists. And he has made 1 appearance in the Coppa Italia already, the Coppa Italia. So big up to Jens Peter Hag from Bodo Glimt. While at Bodo Glimt, guys, his stats read 117 games, he got 35 goals and 30 assists. So not the greatest record, but still it was able to catch the eye of, AC Milan and gain, earn himself a big move to a prestigious club. So good, Jens Peter Hag. Jens Peter Hag is a baller, top player, bargain for 5 mil, says Arnav Gupta. Appreciate that, Arnav. Appreciate that. Arnav, how you feel about being a mod now? I was thinking Arnav is a Man City fan, and I'm a Man City fan too. I run this channel. Why not hook Arnav up with a mod? You know what I'm saying? You see what I mean? So that helped. Plus, you're in here dropping gems. That definitely helped. So if you want to become a mod and you're not a mod yet, drop the gems, man. Just drop the gems. You know what I'm saying? Find articles, find things to share that you think might be very interesting, and share it with us. So I've touched on quite a few articles in today's episode, though, and reacted to a few things as well. And we are actually gonna, move on. So I did save an article when Watford sacked their last manager there, and it was saying that Shishko was a leading contender for the vacant Watford head coach job. Plus, Deeney was having a bit of disciplinary problems at the club. So since Shishko has taken over Watford, what has Watford been up to, though? What has Watford FC been up to? The last time I saw anything to do with Watford is that they played Man United in the FA Cup. So what has Watford been up to? And I want to find out what have they been up to since they recently sacked their manager. I think that happened last month. So let me go back. Let me see if I could find a game where Shishko took over. And Ivic was sacked. Vladimir Ivic was sacked, and he was a manager up until the 12th of last month when they played Birmingham City. Watford versus Brentford. Let me see if that was when Shishko took charge. Nope. Ivic was still the manager. And I need to find this. I could look it up, but Huddersfield Town. Let me see if that's when Shishko took over. Nope. Ivic, he lost that game as well. It must have been the Boxing Day match, Watford against Norwich, that Shishko took over. And yep, he picked up a 1-0 win against Norwich, where Ismail Assar scored in the 39th minute here. So we are going down a little rabbit hole here, finding out what the Watford manager has been up to since he was appointed. So since appointment, he won against Norwich 1-0, lost 2-1 to Swansea, lost 1-0 against Man United. Then they play Huddersfield this Saturday, Barnsley. That's if these games actually go ahead. So your record ain't looking too good, Xisco. It's not looking too good, Mr. Francisco. 3 games, you got 1 win, 2 L's. You got knocked out of the FA Cup in the 3rd round. Listen, man, start packing your bags, bro. Watford do not play. Watford do not play when it comes to sacking their managers. They don't play. They don't play. Listen, I'm going to go down a little Watford rabbit hole right about now, man. Watford, a club that was founded in 1891, 140 years ago, as Watford Rovers, and in 1898, 123 years ago, amalgamation of West Herts and Watford St. Mary's became Watford. The owner's name is Gino Puzzo. He's an Italian owner, and they also own the clubs Udinese and the club, what's that club called in Spain, man? I'm forgetting the club right now, but I will find that out. I will find it. Let's go down another rabbit hole here where I find that, oh man, Udinese, and there's another club. Granada. Yeah. So Udinese and Granada. Okay. So he owns those clubs. We just want to talk about the managers, man. You know what I mean? The managers, you know what I mean? The managers, they don't care. They just fire managers like crazy. Watford managers. Why don't they have the manager list here? They don't even have, okay, managerial history. We have it. I found it. But the way they, let me see. The way they have it is kind of weird, though. They have it kind of weird. Okay, I found it. So the managerial list lately goes as follows, right? This is the managerial list. We're going down a rabbit hole right now. So Xisco Munoz, who's a former player. Let me see who he played for. Xisco Munoz did not represent Watford in his managerial career. He's 40 years old. He played for Betis, Levante, Valencia, amongst, those Spanish clubs. And he is the new manager of Watford. Played 3 games, won 1. So Vladimir Ivic, poor Vladimir Ivic, man. He's a Serbian. Only was in charge for 11 games, guys. 11 games. And he wasn't doing too bad. And this is what I told people in the past. I have told people in the past, it doesn't have anything to do with what you're doing and what you have done before. They want to sack you, they're going to sack you. I'm pretty sure the reason why he gets sacked is he got into an argument with this boss. And this boss is very ruthless, he's vindictive, and he doesn't care. You could win the league yesterday, he will sack you if you challenge him. 11 matches, man, the guy was in charge for. He won 6 of those, drew 3, and only lost 2 matches. The man had a 54% win ratio, which is amongst the best for Watford managers, and he still gets sacked. Hayden Mullins, who took over for 2 matches. I wonder if Hayden Mullins is still around. Let me find out if he's still around. Hayden Mullins is currently, yep, he is still, well, I don't even know if he's still at Watford, though. I don't even know if he's still there. But anyways, Hayden Mullins, it's a good thing you didn't take up the managerial role there, or you would have been sacked already too. But Nigel Pearson, man, brought in December 2019, 22 games, won 7, drew 5, and lost 10. They sacked Pearson. They were like, not doing that. Sacked. Hayden Mullins taking over again after Quique Flores Sanchez was sacked. Quique Flores Sanchez, who managed for 12 matches, winning 2, losing 4. No, drawing 4 and losing 6, came in after Javi Garcia was sacked. He lasted a while. 66 games, 25 wins, 13 draws, and 28 losses. Not bad at all. He even took Watford to the final of the FA Cup for the 2018-19 season, where they lost to City, of course. Marco Silva got sacked by Watford after being linked to Everton, and then I could remember this one clearly. Linked to Everton and then actually getting distracted, started losing a bunch of games, got sacked in January of 2018, then moved on to Everton, got sacked over there too. 8 matches, 5 draws, 13 losses. Walter Materazzi. 38 matches, 11 wins, 20 losses, 7 draws. Kike Flores Sanchez again. Then you go back to Slavica Jukonovic, Bill McKinley, Oscar Garcia, Jonyant, Gio Franco Zola back in 2012 as well. He didn't do a bad job there. Sean Dyche was there. Brendan Rodgers, Malky Mackay. So look, from 2009 to 2020, Watford has appointed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, about 15 managers. While Sean Dyche has been the manager of Burnley since 2012. So talk about stability over there at Burnley in terms of their managerial appointments. Think about that. Watford during that period have appointed about 14 to 15 managers, let's say 10 to 15, while Burnley have only had one single manager in Sean Dyche. That is nuts. That is crazy. That is crazy. But big up to everybody still in here right now for the early live stream. Do appreciate everyone joining and participating in the chat. I do. I really do appreciate it. So that's that for that one. Definitely that one. So I have one here. Recently, Antonio Rudiger donated pizzas to 13 hospitals feeding over 420 nurses. And he said, for me, they are all men and women of honor. You can't say thank you often enough to these people for all their services during this very difficult time. So big up to Antonio Rudiger. You need to leave Chelsea. Leave Chelsea. You donate in pizzas and things like that. You need to donate a pizza to me, but you need to leave Chelsea though. It ain't working. It ain't working at all. So there was an article that there has also been a development on, and it's about Luka Jovic. He says, simply, when you don't play a lot, it's very difficult, especially for a striker. A striker needs goals to gain confidence. If I don't get a chance, I hope to change the club. Bro, Luka Jovic has gone back to his old club, Eintracht Frankfurt, on loan. But Mr. Luka Jovic, bro, I don't know what to say about you. You have been one of the biggest disappointments I've seen in a very long time. He was doing so good at Eintracht Frankfurt. Him, Sebastian Haller, and Ante Rebic formed a very, very, very formidable trio up top for Frankfurt, where I think they did win the DFB Pokal under Niko Kovac. They did really well. And Jovic earned a big move. Ale earned a big move. Rebic earned a move to AC Milan. And none of these players really repeated what they did. Well, they had that great season at Eintracht Frankfurt. And it is very weird. Jovic made 4 appearances in La Liga. No goals. 1 appearance in the Champions League. No goals. It is crazy. Since he joined Real Madrid for big money, he has only made 32 appearances, But he has 2 goals and 2 assists. You had chances, bro. You had chances. You just lazy, and you just don't take your chances. For Frankfurt, 75 appearances, 36 goals, 9 assists. Red Star Belgrade, 48 appearances, 13 goals, 4 assists. He was also at Benfica for some time. So Luka Jovic, yeah, I remember when he was actually at Frankfurt on loan from Benfica, and then they actually paid Benfica a small fee that was probably agreed before, and then sold him to Real Madrid for about 60 million euros. That is nuts, man. Real Madrid once fallen into the trap of buying these expensive players who does not perform. 63 million euros from Frankfurt to Real Madrid. Come on, man. Luka Jovic, I wish you all the best going back there, but it is crazy. He also has a record where he is the youngest player with 5 goals in 1 match in the Bundesliga. That was a great game too. Look. Luka Jovic, I hope you regain your form and you could go on to do big things again. But your time at Real Madrid didn't work out. And another player who fall into that category is Eden Hazard, man. Eden Hazard, man. It like you move from Chelsea to Real Madrid for big money. See what I'm saying? Huge money, man. You know what I mean? 115 million euros. And you have not done a goddamn thing at Real Madrid. This season, 6 La Liga appearances, 1 goal, 3 Champions League appearances. He does have 1 goal. And Eden Hazard's stats since he left Chelsea to go to Real Madrid reads as follows in terms of goals and assists. 31 games, 3 goals, 7 assists. The assist return isn't that bad, but the numbers should have been a bit higher, man. Seriously. Should have been a lot higher, in my opinion. What do you guys think? Do you guys agree with me or not? Former 2-time Premier League winner with Chelsea. Do you guys agree? He did, win the league with Real Madrid last season. But Hazard, he has been injured a lot. But come on, these numbers are not good. These numbers are not good, Hazard. For someone who was born on the same day, have the same birthday as myself, Hazard, you got to step your game up. That ain't good. It ain't good enough. It is not good enough. Okay? So I have something to actually share with you guys here. And it's from the recently concluded CONCACAF Champions League. All right? So the CONCACAF Champions League is an article that read and said 25 of the last 30 CONCACAF Champions League finalists have been Liga MX teams, with the other 5 being LAFC in 2020. They did lose the final. Toronto FC in 2018, Canadian team. Montreal Impact, a Canadian team. Real Salt Lake in 2011, and Sorpresa of Costa Rica back in 2008. This is the 5th final in the last 15 years not to feature 2 Liga MX teams. So the Liga MX teams are actually dominating the CONCACAF Champions League. And we will see, another Liga MX team in the CONCACAF Champions League. Well, not the CONCACAF Champions League, but the Club World Cup that will be coming up pretty soon. And that club is Tigres. Tigres defeating LAFC. Club World Cup. When is the Club World Cup coming up, though? 2020 Club World Cup. 2020 Club World. What is going on with that? February 1st to the 11th. I haven't really been keeping up with the Club World Cup thing, but that is nuts, though. It will be held in Qatar. Is that still happening? Is that still happening, though? So the Club World Cup teams are as follows, man. We're going down another rabbit hole here. where we're talking about the FIFA Club World Cup. Look. I have not been keeping up with the Club World Cup, guys. I haven't. But the 2020 Club World Cup, which should have been held in December, will be hosted in Qatar from the 1st to the 11th of February 2021. There will be a total of 7 teams from 6 confederations, 3 venues in 1 host city. It will be in Doha, Al Rayyan, Doha, Qatar. So the teams in this season's or this year's or this edition of the FIFA Club World Cup, which could wait. Isn't this like the last Club World Cup where there's so little bit of teams? I think so, But we will get there. Give me 1 second. The teams are Auckland City from the OFC. They were nominated by the OFC, actually. That may have been the first time something like that happened. And it reads, on the 4th of September 2020, the Oceania Football Confederation announced that the knockout stage of the 2020 OFC Champions League was canceled due to the border and travel restrictions caused by the COVID-19 pandemic, and no champion would be awarded. The OFC representative at the 2020 FIFA Club World Cup, which would have originally been the winners of the 2020 OFC Champions League, was confirmed to be Auckland City on the 19th of November 2020. The team was chosen by the OFC Executive Committee based on the principles within the competition regulations of the OFC Champions League, which established a ranking of each team after the group stage, where Auckland City were ranked first. Ooh, cool. Al Duhail would host. They're from the AFC. There will be 2 teams from the AFC. They would host, and they were the winners of the 2019-20 Qatar Stars League. Al Duhail. Unial, a team from Mexico. Tigres, UANL. They won the CONCACAF Champions League on the 22nd of December, so congrats to them. Ulsan Hyundai would represent the AFC. Also, they were winners of the 2020 AFC Champions League, so big up to them. Ulsan Hyundai. They defeated Persepolis of Iran. So congrats. I did see a few things on that. Al Ali of Egypt will represent the African Confederation. They were winners of the 2019-20 not CONCACAF, CAF Champions League, and they achieved that on the 27th of November 2020, where they defeated Zamalek, another team from Egypt. So big up to Al Ali. Bayern Munich would represent UEFA, where they won the 2019-20 Champions League by defeating PSG in the final. This would be their 2nd participation. The last time they made it in the 2013 event, where they went on to win it. So they are favorites to win it again, but after getting knocked out by Holstein Kiel in the DFB Pokal there, I don't know, man. I really don't know, Bayern Munich. I don't know. And one team to be decided would be the Copa Libertadores champions from CONMEBOL, and that final will be on January 30th. January 30th. And the final will be between 2 Brazilian teams, Palmeiras and Santos. So Palmeiras defeated Boca Juniors, while Palmeiras defeated River Plate, while Santos defeated Boca Juniors. Yeah, another Brazilian team. Last time around, it was Flamengo. Now it's one of Santos or Palmeiras. So I can't pick a team. But you know what? I'm going to go for Palmeiras. Palmeiras should complete the teams in the next edition of the FIFA Club World Cup. So that's that. Who would win it? Who do I think would win the FIFA Club World Cup? Guys, I'm going to make an early prediction and say Bayern Munich wins it. The final will be between if they have a straight path to the final, I think it'll be Bayern versus one of them Brazilian teams. I think so. I think so. Just like how Liverpool had to play Flamengo in the final the last time. Flamengo did give them a good run for their money, but Liverpool ultimately ended up winning it and, did big things that year, 2019. You know what I mean? But good luck to all teams in the FIFA Club World Cup, and we will move on. Looking forward to talking about that tournament next month like I did the last one. How are you guys feeling? Who do you guys think would win the FIFA Club World Cup? We have Nipun saying Bayern are winning it. Dupe saying Bayern. What else we have here? What else we got here? Who else is going to win it? What else do we have here? I haven't even had breakfast yet. All I had was some tea. So, we've been streaming for 2 hours. Let me see if I have any more fun articles to share with y'all. Yes, I have one. I have one very fun article to share with you guys. One fun article to share with you guys. And that's where we are going to wrap things up today. And I want to talk about Matthew Hoppe. Matthew Hoppe, the American Wunderkid, Matthew Hoppe. I can't share the goals with you guys. I would love to share the goals. I would love to share the hat trick and everything, but I don't want to get that. The Bundesliga will copyright this stream. They will copyright the hell out of this stream. So I'm not going to actually do that. I'm not going to do that. But if we go to the article here, a tweet here, let's bring this up. And this was one of the main topics. Maybe a lot of people not interested in this topic, hence they see it and say, I'm not clicking this video. I'm not clicking this video. But look, 19-year-old Matthew Hoppe becomes the first American to score a Bundesliga hat trick. This is brilliant stuff. This is brilliant stuff. This is huge for American football, not NFL, but, soccer. Soccer, this is huge for soccer. Definitely huge for soccer. And to have an emergence of a striker like Matthew Hoppe at Schalke, who is going to score a hat trick to bring up Schalke, pick up Schalke's first win since freaking 2019. December 2019. This is big. The man is still so young. The man is so young that he has pimples. 19. The man has pimples. You're very, very young when you got these kind of acne, I should say, But Matthew Hoppe, I'm not talking about your acne too much. The hat trick overshadowed the acne. But big up to you, though. I wish you all the best in the future. And could he actually help Schalke escape the drop? Could he help Schalke escape the drop? So let's check out and see what Schalke are doing right now. Let's see what Schalke are doing right now, guys. I want to hear your opinion on this. So Schalke, first win for a very, very long time. 4-0 against Hoffenheim with a hat trick from Matthew Hoppe. 42nd minute, 57th minute, 63rd minute, and Amine Harit, who did set up one of those goals I could recall in the 79th minute. And I saw this hat trick. It was a brilliant hat trick, guys. It was a brilliant hat trick. I was like, this guy scored this hat trick like he was Robert Lewandowski. Matthew Lewandowski in the house. Does this guy have some kind of Polish background or something? Because the hat trick was exquisite, man. The hat trick was exquisite. So Schalke picked up their first win in 2020. They didn't win a single Bundesliga game in 2020. And right now, they are 17th. So they're down, but they're not completely out. This season, in 15 games, they have 1 win, 4 draws, and 10 losses. They have 7 points. In the last 5, they have a win and a draw, which is not bad at all. And that win also marked the return of on-loan left-back Sayed Kolasinac, who was instrumental in that win as well. So only Mainz are doing worse than Schalke, and Mainz are 18th, and they have 6 points. So if Schalke could continue picking up these wins, they could catch FC Köln, who are 4 points ahead of them. Arminia, Bielefeld, or Bielefeld, however you say their name, are 13th. Hoffenheim are 14th. Hoffenheim ain't doing good at all. Werder Bremen are 15th. So, Schalke, if you could notch up for the next 5 games, I have a challenge for Schalke. The next 5 games, Schalke, the next 5 games, you need to notch up at least 2 wins and 2 draws. That's the challenge I'm going to give Schalke. You need 8 points. You get 8 points, you go up to 15, and then you could start wiggling yourself out of the whole relegation talk, because it will be very tough for a club like Schalke, who are going through financial difficulties, to go down to the Bundesliga 2. It would be tough for them to come back up. They might just come back up right away, but it would actually be tough. They recently picked up a win in the DFB Pokal second round against Ulm, a 3-1 win. So that is good. That is good. They have won 2 of their last 3 games. That's not bad at all. And they did pick up a 2-2 draw away to Augsburg. So that is not bad, Schalke. Their next game is this Sunday against Eintracht Frankfurt. It's an away game. Then they have Köln, a team down at the bottom. They have FC Bayern Munich, which is not a team you want to play, whether you're first or last. Werder Bremen, DFB Pokal, 3rd round game against Wolfsburg. Leipzig, there's some tough fixtures coming up. But with players like Matthew Hoppe performing this well, their fortunes could be turned around. This man, right now, according to his transfer marked profile, is only worth 100,000 euros. Okay, he's 19. He's a center forward. He is an American, and Matthew Hoppe was born in Yorba Linda, California, and I never heard about this player. Never heard. He joined the club in January. Whoa, I never heard about this guy. Never heard about this guy. He came from the Barca Academy in 2019, and that's Barca Academy USA, not the Barcelona Academy, to Schalke under 19. Then he was promoted from the under 19 to the second team back in July of 2020. And most likely he has been performing well for the second team, and he was promoted to the first team this January 1st, man. So he has only spent 14 days with the first team, training with the first team. Maybe he trained with the first team before. And at that time, his market value was 25,000, not million, 25,000 euros. His market value have gone up to 100,000 with the hat trick. This is nuts. This is nuts. He has 5 appearances for Schalke in the Bundesliga this season, and he has 3 goals. Awesome. For the second team, he wasn't even doing that great. 16 appearances, 1 goal, 1 assist. DFB Pokal, he has 1 appearance without a goal. So I don't know. The manager must have seen something, in him during training, or may have just said, listen, man, I ain't got nothing to lose. I ain't got nothing to lose. You have, you have Uth. You have Mark Uth there, not scoring. You have these guys in the club not scoring. Listen, man, Matthew Hoppe, man, lace up the boots. Lace up the boots. Get out there. Get out there and do the damn thing. And he did. And he scored a hat trick. He scored a hat trick. Christian Gross, take your hats off. Take your hats off to Christian Gross. Christian Gross, what a masterclass by Christian Gross to put on Matthew Hoppe. So, to do some further investigation, was this his first start? No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't actually. He has been starting. He has started 3 games. And he actually started playing in November. He started getting first team opportunities in November, but was officially drafted into the first team on January 1st. His previous 4 appearances, he lost all 4, and now he scored a hat trick to become the first American to ever do so in the Bundesliga. It's crazy. It is crazy. It is crazy. And I know you guys probably thinking, how many Americans have played in the Bundesliga? Like Dominic, who are the Bundesliga? Who are the players from America to actually play in the Bundesliga? Well, look, man, you want to know that? Do you want to know that? We could find that out. We could find that out. We could find out who are the Americans to actually play in the Bundesliga. We could do that. We could do that. It is going to be difficult, but we could find that stat right now. Bam! Let's go. Let's find out the Americans who have played in the Bundesliga. Steve Charondale, former U.S. international. He has 6 goals. He was a right back, 18 assists. Timothy Chandler, still playing, as far as I could recall. 12 goals, 20 assists. Fabian Johnson, 208 Bundesliga games for the left winger. He only have 18 goals, and Matthew Hoppe has 5 games, and he has 3 and a hat trick. And none of these guys have ever scored a hat trick. Thomas Dooley, center back, 199 games. Well, center backs don't really score a lot of hat tricks, but do they ever score hat tricks? Really, hardly. You know, he has 20 goals, 7 assists. John Anthony Brooks, still playing, 10 goals, 6 assists in 167 games. Jermaine Jones, oh man, remember that Jermaine goal? Jermaine goal. Remember that Jermaine Jones goal from the 2014 World Cup? I went wild. I was at work watching that game. I went crazy. He made 165 appearances, scoring 9 times, 13 assists. Alfredo Morales, he's still playing. 109 games. He's a central midfielder. 4 goals, 6 assists. Christian Pulisic, surprisingly, only have 13 goals and 18 assists in 90 games. This is not a good record, Pulisic. So a lot of people may have been saying, probably thinking, oh, what happened with Pulisic? Pulisic never scored a hat trick in the Bundesliga? Nah. Casey Keller, goalkeeper. Well, goalkeepers don't really score a lot of goals. Very rare. Tony Sane is a right back. 5 goals, 77 games. Michael Bradley had 76 games for Gladbach. He scored 10 times, picked up 4 assists. Weston McKennie, 75 games for Schalke. 4 goals, 4 assists. Claudio Reyna and his son also plays for Dortmund right now. But Claudio Reyna, he 74 appearances, 6 goals, 6 assists. So you see what's going on here, right? Bobby Wood, 72 games. He's a center forward. He never scored a hat trick. You see where I'm getting at, right? Josh Sargent, 52 games for Werder Bremen, only 7 goals. You're a center forward. So big up to Matthew Hoppe. Tyler Adams, now playing for RB Leipzig. You know what I mean? You got former players like David Wagner, David Regis, Giovanni Reina now playing. He only has 3 goals. Look, man, the list goes on and on and on and on. I could go to 3 pages of Americans who have represented for Bundesliga clubs, 60 Americans, and none of them have ever scored a hat trick. So big up to Matthew Hoppe. But the big question remains, Could Matthew Hoppe save Schalke? Would Schalke get relegated? What are you guys saying? Would Schalke get relegated at the end of this season? Guys, it's a hard one to call. But I'm going to have to, guys, I want to see what they do in the next 5 games after this first win. This win could be a catalyst. The next 5 games is very important. Very important. And I'm going to say, Schalke, oh boy, oh man, are they going to survive? This one is hard, guys. Do they survive, guys? Let me know. What do you think? Do they survive? Do they survive? Do they survive? I'm going to say, remember, 2 teams go down, 1 team go into the playoff. Could Schalke get that playoff spot, at least that playoff spot? Oh, boy. I think Schalke survive. I think Schalke survive. I think they survive. It would be crazy. It would be devastating to the club and to the fans if they actually get relegated. So I'm going to say Schalke survive, though. I'm going to say Schalke survive. To all the best to Matthew Hoppe. Great hat-trick. Great hat-trick, man. You see what I'm saying? Great hat-trick. Great hat-trick. And there's also a stat that says that Matthew Hoppe joins Christian Pulisic and Clint Dempsey as the only Americans to score a hat-trick in a top 5 European league. So that is a tweet from this should be from the US men's national team only. That's a Twitter account. So Dempsey, I want to share this graphic with you guys so you could, have something good in the head to just, remember. And let's take a look at this right here. Bam! Christian Pulisic for Chelsea. I remember that hat-trick. That was a perfect hat-trick. Matthew Hoppe for Schalke and Clint Dempsey for Fulham. So congrats to Matthew Hoppe. Isn't it crazy how Christian Pulisic did score a hat-trick for Chelsea, but not for Borussia Dortmund, and Hoppe goes on to get the freaking, that's crazy. That's crazy. So Christian Pulisic, you were almost the first American to score a Premier League hat-trick, but it was Clint Dempsey. It was Clint Dempsey. So, guys, that's where I end today's episode of the Rabbit Hole Show, episode 2, football show where I talk about random articles and, I just go through these fun articles that I've, scoured about for and saved to share with you guys and to just touch on topics that I won't really make separate videos about. I could make separate videos, but guys, it's a time, man. It's a time thing. It is a time thing. So next time on the Rabbit Hole Show, episode 3, we will do the same thing where we would go back to my article list and we would tackle as many articles as possible. They're going to be from the recent past, within the last month, and we're going to just have a discussion. Maybe next time I do it a bit later so that more people could join, but it's just to have it out there. It's just to have it out there in the air. You understand what I'm saying? So out there, put it out there in the atmosphere. If you're watching a replay and you got value from this video, make sure you like it. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. Guys, don't forget to go check out cardsblog.com/Dominic Rich FC. Links would be in the description box down below to get yourself one of these lovely football cards for your wall. Make sure to grab yourself some, a wall mount kit as well to put it on the wall. That would be very smart to get a wall mounting kit and just add it to your order. Use the coupon code Dominic Rich FC to get yourself 15% off your orders. It makes for a nice gift. And I do get commission for every sale I make. I have made a lot of sales on Cards Plug, if you're wondering. So I'm not just doing this. I do make sales. and it helps to support the channel to get you guys mics and lights and just improve the overall quality of the content. So if you think I'm out here doing this so that I could eat, no, I have a job, you know. That's what I depend on to eat on a daily. This is, you know, just a little side thing. It's a little side thing, you know what I mean? Who knows? Might be my full-time gig one day. You never know. You never know in this world that we're living in. But guys, I'm your boy Dominic Rich. Thanks for turning up again. You know, I had this episode queued up for 4 days now. It was supposed to be done 4 days ago. Never got it done. But now I made it happen. Got up early, sacrificed, and got it done. Guys, if you're in here right now, I will be going live again. I will be going live again in 30 minutes or so, about 40 minutes. So make sure you come back. Ryan and I will be here talking about the Premier League roundup for match week 18. I don't think it's going to be a super long episode. I'm going to try not to make it a super long episode, but I will be back. So make sure you come back again. All right? So from your boy Dominic Rich, thanks for watching. Until next time, peace out. Rich Squad.